Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Bostic, Superintendent of Schools for Stafford Municipal School District, and I'm here with some news that you can use along with your family to keep you in the know. We'd like to welcome you to a special presentation of Stafford Municipal School District's at-home learning. We're passionate about education here at SMSD, and we're committed to seeing that all of our students have access to the best resources possible that will help them succeed and prosper throughout their educational journey. Today, you're going to hear from some of the magnificent educators of Stafford Elementary who will walk you through virtual lessons. For more updates and further instructions, feel free to visit our website at www.staffordmsd.org. We'd like to thank all media personnel, parents, community leaders, faculty, and staff members of the SMSD community as we continue to stay connected throughout these tough times.
Hey Stafford Spartans, Ms. Hines here. I want you guys to know I miss you so much. And even though we're not at school, I'm at home reading, so I hope you are too. See you soon.
Good afternoon, Spartans, and welcome to the right time at Stafford Elementary. Mr. Williams really miss you guys. I mean, getting my big hugs and high fives and seeing your pure excitement about learning at Stafford Elementary. I look forward to the day that we can high five again and get back into the school and get back to learning face to face. You guys take care and stay safe.
Hello, everybody. My name is Miss Porter, and this is my awesome, amazing partner, Mrs. Banda, and we are third grade teachers. I'm a math and science teacher, and she is a reading, writing, and social studies teacher. Today, we're going to be talking about an awesome, amazing math standard called even and odd numbers. We hope you enjoy our lesson today, and we hope that you have some helpful tips and pointers from our video today.
So, like we said, we're going to be learning about odd and even numbers. So we're just going to go over the Texas standards for this lesson. So the academic goal is for students to be able to determine if a number is even or odd by using divisibility rules. Now, our number in operations, the students will be able to apply mathematical standards of processing to develop and use strategies and methods for whole number computations in order to solve problems with efficiency and accuracy. And next, our process standard is for students to select tools including real-life objects like manipulatives, paper and pencil, technology as appropriate, as well as different techniques including mental math, estimation, and number sense as appropriate to solve problems. This is mentioned in Article 3.1. All right, so are you ready to learn some vocabulary? These are the words we're going to go over. I hope you're excited.
Vocabulary, vocabulary. Who loves vocabulary? Vocabulary, vocabulary. We love vocabulary. Let's take a moment to listen to a few of our vocabulary words before we start off with our lesson today. So our first awesome vocabulary word is going to be the word even. Even. Even is a very important number that we need to learn about because guess what? Our lesson is all about even and odd numbers, okay? So the word even means even is a whole number that can be split into equal groups without a leftover. That means all the numbers will have the same. Each person will have the same amount of even objects, okay? And there won't be any extra numbers left over. Even. Our next vocabulary word is odd. Odd is a whole number that will have a leftover when it is split into two equal groups. So that means if you have a number that has any numbers that are left over, this means that that number will be odd. So just remember, even has no leftovers and odd has leftovers. Okay, guys? All right, odd. Our next word is a number, and this number often has a lot of misconceptions attached to it because we often forget about this one. It is 0. And the number 0 is very important when we're learning about even and odd numbers, because don't forget about 0. We're used to starting off counting with the number 1, but don't forget about 0. 0 is an even number that represents nothing, okay? So if I have nothing and she has nothing, this means we both have the same. So 0 is an even number that represents nothing. 0. Our next vocabulary word is half. Half. Some of you know about halves when you're thinking about fractions. So you can also know about halves when you are learning about even and odd numbers as well. The word half means one of two equal parts, okay? That is the word half. Our next vocabulary word is a very important mathematical operation that we learn about throughout the state of Texas. It is the word divide, okay? It is in the family of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So we learn a lot about how to divide in 3rd grade. So we also talk about the word divide when we're learning about even and odd numbers. So let's hear the definition of the word divide. Divide means to take a larger group and split it into smaller and equal groups. Divide. And our last and final vocabulary word is divisible. This also goes along with the word divide. So divisible means that a number is capable of being divided by another number without a remainder. In 3rd grade, we mostly focus on divisible, with the definition of it being that a number is able to be divided by the number 2. Any number that is able to be divided by 2, or any number that is divisible by 2, is a number that will be divisible. And that is the end of our vocabulary session. Vocabulary, vocabulary. Who loves vocabulary? Vocabulary, vocabulary. We love vocabulary.
What I miss most about our students is our daily talks, lunch bunch, or even them coming by just to get a peppermint and a hug before they started their day. I hope to see you soon.
What I miss most about my students is being there to greet them when they get off the school bus in the morning to help them start a wonderful day. I also miss all the students who came by to visit me throughout the school day. I really miss you guys, and I can't wait to see you.
This is Miss Mendoza, and this is my little friend Oreo, and we both wanted to tell you that we miss you so much, and not only that, but that we hope to see you soon. Please let us know if you need anything. Feel free to email us anytime. Thanks.
All right, so now that we've gone over our vocabulary words, we're now going to look carefully in our read aloud for those vocabulary words. So with the permission of Boyd's Mill and Kane Publishers, we're going to be reading Ruby Makes It Even by Lisa Harkrader, illustrated by M.H. Pills. All right, follow along. Ruby! Millie squeezes my arm. We're here. At last, says Beth. We've been waiting all year for our school trip. Now we're finally here. Rainforest Fun Park, I whisper. Our bus rumbles to a stop. Millie, Beth, and I pile out, along with everyone else from Langston Elementary. The teachers begin sorting us into groups. Oh no! My little brother Leroy lumbers towards me, swinging his arms like a trunk. Ruby, look, he says, I'm an elephant. Even worse, my bossy older sister Jo strides over. Ruby, be sure you... I know! I scurry off before she can finish. I don't need Jo's bossiness or Leroy's annoying jokes, wrecking my day. I dodge them both and stick with my two best friends, Millie and Beth. The three of us troop into the park. I stop and stare up. And up. I've heard about it. I've seen ads. Now here it is, towering above us. Mongo Scream, whispers Beth. As we watch, a raft loaded with riders swoops into the Congo River at the top of Mongo Mountain. It hurtles over rapids, spins around whirlpools, and vanishes into a dark cavern. For a few tense moments, shrieks and squeals echo from inside. I hold my breath. The raft shoots out the other side. It hangs in the air, then plummets down Mongo Waterfall and splashes into the lake below. It looks fun. It looks thrilling. I gulp. It looks scary. Let's go, Millie sets off for Mongo Scream. No, I cry, before I can stop myself. I mean, Locomotive Jungle is right here. Let's ride it first. Millie stops. We've been wanting to ride Mongo Scream all year. That was before I'd actually seen it. Let's vote, I say. Who wants to ride Locomotive Jungle? I quickly raise my hand. Millie crosses her arms over her chest. We turn to Beth. Slowly, she raises her hand. Let's save the best Mongo Scream for last. Good news, I have the whole day to work up my courage. Bad news, I have the whole day to worry about Mongo Scream. We scramble aboard Locomotive Jungle. Beth finds a bench up front. Millie slides in beside her. They try to scoot closer, but there isn't any more room. I crawl onto the bench behind them. I tell myself it's great to have a seat to myself, but it's no fun being odd kid out. After Locomotive Jungle, we vote to ride the Python. This time, I sit beside Beth. Millie sits behind us, by herself. It's no fun seeing your friends left out either. Good news, we keep voting and riding. Bad news, all the rides are made for even numbers. We take turns pairing up, but someone always has to ride alone. Plus, everywhere we go, Mongo Scream looms overhead. We're about to vote again when I spot Leroy with his friends Carlos and Jamal. They're carrying armloads of snacks and snapping their jaws like crocodiles. Before Leroy can see me, I pull Millie and Beth into the Treehouse Arcade and run smack into Rob, a kid from my reading group. Where's your group? Millie asks him. Rob shrugs. Our group had 3, but the rides are for even numbers. I was odd kid out. But now you're by yourself, says Beth. You're really odd kid out. Suddenly, I've got a brilliant idea. You're an odd number. 1, I tell Rob. We're an odd number. 3. But an odd plus an odd makes an even. Rob's eyes grow wide, and an even 4 means nobody's left out. The 4 of us set off. We ride jungle jalopies, swinging vine, and parrot plunge. The seats are 4 across, so nobody has to ride alone. Mongo Scream still looms overhead, but I'm having such a great time that it doesn't seem as scary. In fact, I'm looking forward to it. Come to think of it, I can hardly wait, all because of an even number. That settles it, I say. Evens are way better than odds. What should we ride next? Says Rob. I vote crocodile canoes, says Beth. Me too, I say. I vote Amazon Zing, says Millie. Rob nods. It has a shorter line. We look at each other. An even number is great until you can't break a tie. We're trying to decide what to do when Leroy and his friends trudge up. They look a little green. We've been searching for you everywhere, moans Leroy. We don't feel good, says Carlos. We ate a lot of snacks, says Jamal. Leroy can be annoying. Leroy makes awful jokes. But Leroy's my little brother. I have to take care of him, I say. Millie, Beth, and Rob agree. They vote for Leroy and his friends to join our group. Good news, an even plus an odd makes an odd. Now we have 7. We can break our tie. Bad news, Leroy, Carlos, and Jamal are too sick to ride anything fun. We end up on the Lazy Sloth, a boat that drifts around the lake below Mongo Scream. When the ride ends, I help Leroy and his friends off. And run straight into Joe. She is with her friends, Claire and Heather. Our teacher said we have time for one more ride before we load the buses, Joe tells us. Mongo Scream! Shouts Millie, Rob, and Beth. Leroy, Carlos, and Jamal moan. I sigh. Go on without me. I'll let these guys to the bus. Joe frowns. And let your friends ride without you? You'll miss the best ride in the park. Joe gives Leroy a stern look. I know you feel sick, she says, but you need to start feeling better. You don't want to keep us off Mongo Scream. I blink. Us? Yes, us, says Joe. Claire, Heather, and I saved Mongo Scream for last. I won't go if you're stuck here. You're my little sister. I have to look out for you. So Joe and her friends join a group. They're an odd, and we're an odd. So we're even again. The hike up Mongo Mountain is just what Leroy and his friends need. Or maybe Joe's stern look does the trick. Either way, they're less green by the time we reach the top. We scramble aboard our raft. It seats an even number, 10, which happens to be exactly the same number as our group. We strap in and the raft swoops into the Congo River. We hurtle over rapids, spin around whirlpools, and plunge into a dark cavern. We shriek and squeal. Then we shoot out for the other side. The raft hangs in the air for a moment before we plummet down the Mongo waterfall and splash into the pool below. Good news, it's fun. It's thrilling. Better news, it's scary, but that just makes it more fun. Best news, nobody has to be odd kid out. The end. So I'm sure you saw and read some vocabulary words that we mentioned. Even, odd. I hope you continue to enjoy this lesson. Now, Miss Porter is going to teach you something that you need to know.
Thank you so much, Ms. Banda, for that awesome introduction. And yes, it is time to learn more about even and odd numbers, okay? So I want to reiterate our TEAC standard. It is 3.4i. And what it basically says is that all of our students will be able to determine if a number is even or odd. So what I want to begin with is an example, okay? So let's take, for example, 4 blocks. I know you guys love to use manipulatives, so if you're at home, you can grab different objects to use and demonstrate with at home, okay? You can grab a friend, grab a family member, and you can practice this with anybody that you want to and figure out or determine if a number is even or odd. So if a number is even, that means each person will have the same amount and none left over. Okay? So let's try with 4 blocks. I'm going to divide them up between myself and Mrs. Banda, and we will see if we both have the same amount left over, then our number will be even. So we have a total of 4 blocks. I get 1, she gets 1. I get another one, and she gets another one. Do we have any blocks left over? There are none left over. There is 0 blocks that are left over. So what does this mean? This means that the number 4 is an even number. How do we know? Because there is none left over, okay? So our number 4 is an even number. Let's think of another number. How about 6? Let's try the number 6. We're trying to see if this is going to be an even number or an odd number. How do we find out? Well, let's split them up between the 2 of us, and if we have any left over, then that means the number is not even. If we do not have any numbers left over, then that means it is even. So I have 6 blocks. You can pick any number that you want to with your family and your friends at home. So we're trying to do the number 6 today. I'm going to divide them up between the 2 of us. I get 1, she gets 1. I get 1, she gets 1. I get 1, and she gets 1. I have a total of 3 blocks. She has a total of 3 blocks. Do we have the same number? Yes, we do. We both have the same number of blocks, so that means the number 6 is an even number. Are you getting it? Okay, but listen, sometimes when we split the numbers between each other, we might have some left over. What does this mean? When we have some that has left over, that means the number is odd. Let's use the number 7, for example. How do we determine if the number 7 is even or odd? I'm going to split them up in between the 2 of us. I get 1, she gets 1. I get 1, she gets 1. I get 1, and she gets 1. I have 1 that is left over. What does this mean? Would it be fair if I take that 1? No, that wouldn't be fair. Would it be fair if she gets that 1? No, that wouldn't be fair either. She would have 4 and I would have 3. So that means She has more and I have less. That is not fair, okay? So we have one that is left over, and that means that the number 7 is an odd number, okay? How about the number 9? I'm going to split them up between the two of us and see, do we both have the same number or will there be any left over? I get one, she gets one. 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 So we both have 4 blocks and there is 1 left over. Can I have this one? That's not fair. Can she take that one? That's not fair. We both don't have the same amount. So what does this mean? This means that the number 9 is an odd number. How do you know? Because there's 1 left over. So what you can do to remember how to determine if a number is even or odd. A number is even if both of the amounts are the same. A number is odd if you have a number that has leftovers, okay? And you can use tally marks, you can use different manipulatives, you can use cookies, you can use many different things at home with your family and your friends, and just pick random numbers and figure it out, and you can help your little sisters, your little brothers learn this concept also, okay? So we know that the number 9 is an odd number, okay? And when you have leftovers, that means the number is odd. When you don't have any leftovers, that means the number is even. So let's do some writing. Let's do some writing. You can make your own chart at home and you can list as many numbers as you want to, okay? But don't forget, we start with the number 0, okay? Because 0 is a number also. So one way to determine if a number is even or odd is by skip counting. We've learned a lot about skip counting throughout our years. We learned how to count by 5s. We learned how to count by 10s. We learned how to skip count very early on. So another method to determining if a number is even or odd is by skip counting, okay? So let's skip count evenly. So I'm going to start with 0. When I skip count, I go to the next number. I skip a number and go to the next one. So I have 0, 2, 4, 6, make sure you skip 1, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, and 28. Look at this. What do you notice? I notice that I have 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8 in all of my ones place numbers. So guess what? I am still going to look at the digit in the ones place. This is very important. When I'm moving on to 2-digit numbers or 3-digit numbers or 4-digit numbers, the most important place that you should pay attention to is the digit in the ones place, okay? So here, the number in the ones place is 0. And here is 2. Here is 4, 6, 8. Again, 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Do you see a pattern? I do. The pattern is all of the digits in the ones place have a 0, a 2, a 4, 6, or an 8. These are all even numbers. Let's try to skip count by the odd numbers, okay? We just did our even numbers. Now we're going to skip count by the odd numbers. So for even, we started with 0. Now we have to begin with 1, okay? 1, skip 1 and move to the next one. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 23, 25, 27, and 29. Now, the same rules apply to the odd numbers. You have to pay attention to the digit in the ones place. I have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Let's keep going to our 2-digit numbers. The number in the ones place is a 1. 3, 5, 7, 9. Again, 1. 3, 5, 7, 9. Do you see a pattern yet? I do. I think that all of the numbers that are odd will have a 1, 3, 5, 7, or a 9 in the ones place. This is how you can determine if a number is even or odd when you write the numbers out. So go ahead and grab you some paper and a pen at home and start writing out a number chart. Circle those numbers by skip counting and make sure you pay attention to the digit in the ones place. I also have one more example for you. This is a really, really easy example that you can use. So pull out your little cousins, your little sisters and brothers, get that pen and paper ready, and all you are going to do is write out your numbers from 0 to 9. How easy is that? Now you split them up on each side. I begin with 0. 1 comes next. All you're doing is counting from 0 to 9. What comes after 1? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my gosh, how easy is that? All of the even numbers are 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. And all odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. So guess what, guys? Now I'm going to do a cool chant for you so you can use this at school and remember it in your heads and help you complete all of your math work pertaining to even and odd numbers. 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Even numbers are so great. I said even numbers are so great. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 1, 3, 579. That's odd, that's odd, that's odd, odd, odd. That's odd, that's odd, that's odd, odd, odd. Hey!
All right, so I hope you have learned a lot from Miss Porter's lesson, and I hope that you'll be singing that chant forever. And so we're going to look at hands-on activities that you can do at home. So if you have maybe some Skittles or any type of candy or snack, you can use marshmallows or pretzels also. And we're just going to pour some out. I already poured some out, and I have a total of 12. So now I'm just going to do what Miss Porter did in her lesson. So I'm going to give her one for me, one for her, one for me. And you can keep alternating between whatever manipulative you're using. So she now has a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is 12. Now, is 12 an even or odd number? Well, let's think. Did I have any Skittles left over? No. So my number 12, is an even number. All right, so you can do this at home. Now, we're going to get ready for a very fun activity that you can do at home also. So all you need is a lot of cotton balls and a cup, and we're going to play this you just need 2 players for this game. Or if you want, you can make this a little bit more competitive and use more people. All right, so we're going to use a timer for 30 seconds. All right, so let's start, and we're going to throw the cotton balls to the other side. So start. And we're going to have 30 seconds to put these cotton balls inside the cup. I'm such a bad thrower. There we go. Thank you, Miss Porter. I need some motivation.
Go, Miss Santa, go!
Almost
5,
there.
4, 3, 2.
All right. So now that you have the cotton balls inside the cup, obviously I'm not a good thrower. So embarrassing, but it's okay. All right. So what you're going to do, you're now going to count the cotton balls that fell into the cup. So we have 1, 2, 3. A small amount, but that's okay. Thank you, Miss Porter. So now that we have the total number of cotton balls that we got into the cup, I'm going to separate them. So 1 for Miss Porter, 1 for me, and I have 1 left over. So what does this mean? This means that the number 3 is an odd number. All right? So these are 2 activities that you can do at home. If you want to go outside and play this game also, take in that fresh air during these times of quarantine. We hope you enjoy them. We hope that you enjoyed our lesson. We hope that you enjoyed every part of this odd and even lesson. We thank you for watching, and we hope that you do these activities at home. Thank you. Bye.
My name is Diana Bond. I'm a pre-K teacher here at Stafford Elementary. Well, I hope I inspire a love of learning for all of my kids. starting from pre-K. It's the beginning of their education at school, so I just want to make it the most fun experience for them. Students study science by hands-on activities. They will acquire knowledge by formulating, testing, measuring, and forming hypotheses. Students will learn basic Latin languages, the origin of most medical terms, and gain exposure to medical labs. It just sounds so exciting for the kids to get to do hands-on activities and just creating things, making mistakes and learning from them so that they can, learn and grow from that.
I am Karen Grant, and I am the STEM robotics teacher at Stafford Elementary School. So the programs that I teach in STEM at the moment are Scratch and Scratch Junior. I've just incorporated RoboMinds, and I will be incorporating Swift Playground through Apple. So the kids are able to code, and they're able to tell stories, they're able to incorporate all subject areas, and basically we're critically thinking and problem solving. Our goal is to incorporate technology into everyday lessons. We're adopting Blackboard, we have one-to-one iPads, we're going global with Skype in the classrooms, and we have an after-school coding club for students in grades 2nd through 12th. So the benefits would be that they're going to have 21st century skills. They're going to be able to collaborate, communicate, problem solve, think critically. So with the programs that I do give them, they can take those skills through any job. And the cool thing about STEM is that STEM jobs are available now, and the STEM jobs of tomorrow, these kids will create through coding. So they will walk away with all those skills that they will be able to use in their everyday lives.
The beauty of our program is that students readily develop those soft skills necessary for solving today's and tomorrow's problems and missions. Soft skills such as collaboration, creative thinking, communication, problem solving, critical thinking, time management, leadership and team building, all soft skills that are necessary for anyone to be successful into today's and tomorrow's career paths, no matter what they lead. Each year, we have 2 teams here at Stafford Municipal School District, EV3 teams on our elementary campus. We have a beautiful lab, and there are 2 teams, Girls and Gears and SparkBots, work out of this lab. They have brought home many trophies and have made it to division level, and we hope to make it one day soon to world. The game begins in August. We don't know what the game will be. This year it is City Shaper, so this is quite relevant to us because our city right now, our campus right now, is going through enormous changes in development, such as a playground turning into a parking lot. So this is really an exciting project that the kids are putting together, and we'll take before the mayor, the city mayor, to discuss how it impacts the students, the parents, the nearest neighborhood communities, and the city as a whole. The kids are very excited about presenting their project to the judges come game day. Our qualifier is January 19th. And also they have to present a core values project to the judges. And that encompasses all those soft skills that I just mentioned, how they work together. And they will actually have an activity in front of the judges to prove that they can work together, utilizing what we call gracious professionalism. Gracious professionalism is a core value within the LEGO community. They've even coined a word called cooperation, which means cooperative competition. If another team needs something that we have, we readily share what we have. We want all teams to be successful, not just ours, and we want all teams to meet with not only success, but have a lot of fun going along the way.
My name is Jesus Cepeda. I am the 6th grade bilingual science and math teacher, but I am also the facilitator for the coding program here at Stafford. Students explore many aspects of the design process. There's biomedical engineering, LEGO projects, artificial intelligence, robotics, all the aspects that are highly relevant in a technologically advanced society. Our coding program is brand new. It's an initiative that Stafford with Apple collaborated to get the coding program going here at Stafford Municipal District. We are teaching the students how to access or how to learn what coding is from the very beginning, from using Swift playgrounds and being able to do commands and telling the computers what to do so they can look into the future in a coding program or a coding career. A lot of it's going to be dealing with, with the engineering, hopefully getting some of these students interested in our STEM program and being able to enjoy when it comes to coding. Well, this program better prepares them because as we know it, a lot of the kids are technologically savvy now. They're born with a laptop or an iPad in their hands, a cell phone, but all they're doing is doing social media. What we're teaching them is how to create, how to do critical thinking skills based on coding and what to do, how to program, maybe become gamers, maybe becoming just developers of some type of application for a cell phone in which people will enjoy having. In the way we're bringing them up, we're bringing them pretty much to the very beginning stages of the coding, teaching them what the words are, what certain commands would be, how to use the program, how to use the software. When they get to the middle school and high school level, they're able to develop their applications, or they're able to develop their coding programs with a little bit more ease instead of starting from the very beginning. That now they would have a knowledge of where they're going into. And it would be easier for them to continue this process knowing more than just, okay, let's begin from the very beginning, and that now they can start early on and they're able to continue with that process through middle school and high school, and in the future get a career in software development.
Through our Power in Numbers PIN initiative, Stafford Municipal School District trains young minds to become lifelong learners and mathematical thinkers. Our STEM math program empowers students to analyze, process, and solve real-world problems.
Our STEM students receive 90 minutes of math education daily. They learn traditional curriculums such as algebra and geometry and real-world math skills like money management and about careers in math. These tools are invaluable for succeeding in the 21st century.
We believe every young person can excel in math. All students K through 12th grade receive quality, student-centered math instruction and have multiple opportunities and pathways in which to thrive.
Thank you again for all the love and continued support of our students. We hope that you've enjoyed this program. Be sure to follow us on social media and check out our website for more educational updates. Once again, I'm Dr. Robert Bostic, and now you're in the know with some news that you and your family can use.